Do I dare compare silver and gold to real estate? Precious metals are an excellent store of wealth. Silver and gold have never gone bankrupt. You don't foreclose on silver or gold like you do with a piece of property. I could say so much more, and I will. Today I'm going to discuss precious metals versus real estate for the most part, and I will bring out some interesting points. So you might want to stay to the end with this video. Hi, and thank you for joining me here at Cash and Coins. I do hope you are doing well. As I said, today I want to discuss silver and gold, but I'm going to lay out some simple things that are not always discussed, but I feel are so important for us who do stack or invest in silver and gold. A couple of things I do want to mention is that silver and gold are very, very different than real estate. As you know, the comparisons are just food for thought. As you know, these two assets are apples and oranges. Now, if you listen to Robert Kiyosaki, you know that real estate can be an asset or a liability, but I don't see this with precious metals. I only see it as an asset. Okay, on with the video. Historically, silver and gold hold their value. They are different from so many other assets. I'm mostly going to compare silver and gold to real estate. Why? One of my subscribers had a conversation with me and explained to me why she really only buys real estate as an investment, and for the most part stays away from silver, gold, or any precious metals. She gave some excellent reasons, and throughout this video I'm going to go into the conversation and some of the things that we discussed. First thing she said to me is that silver and gold can be stolen. She said, you can't put a house in your car and drive off with it. I said, good point. But I did remind her that eminent domain and property seizures occur, and there is a possible decline in real estate value due to natural disasters or man-made disasters. These things will most likely negatively affect the value of real estate. But with that said, real estate is very resilient. I do want to say that. And it often has a comeback even after a natural disaster. But on the other hand, here are a few examples on how real estate is negatively affected. Wikipedia has a whole list. They list around the world where people were not compensated for their lands under the eminent domain rule. Zimbabwe being a prime example where they just took property. But it doesn't just happen in Zimbabwe, this happens all over the world. For the most part, you should be compensated for your property. Yet, there are seizures where the government can take or seize your property. Kind of reminds you of when they did the gold confiscation thing, when that era was going on. Now, the government did compensate people before they rose the prices of gold. Well, I did look a little deeper, and I looked at peopleslaw.org about seizures, and I was surprised to find this. They actually stated that if a seizure does not relate to drug activity, the government can bring a forfeiture case even if it never charges the owner of the property with a crime, or if the charges are dismissed. So in a nutshell, they can still take real estate. Alright, back to my conversation with her. She stated that you only have one planet worth of land. So real estate will always go up and have value. It is a limited resource. And she actually mentioned that that's why the rich right now are buying up land as fast as they can. I replied to her, same thing with silver and gold. They are both in limited supply on this earth. Unless we move to Mars and find some there, but then we would have another whole planet worth of real estate. She laughed, said she didn't think about that, and she did start to lean, saying she might buy some precious metals. I also explained to her that not everyone has the money to purchase real estate, but silver for $25 is doable for most people. It's a way to start saving. It's a way to start having some real money that's valuable around the world. It is a valuable asset. Now, things to know when investing in silver and gold. First, silver is much more volatile than gold. It is less expensive, and that's what gives it more growth potential. And that's a wonderful thing, and that's why I buy silver. Silver is also linked to investments, as I said, jewelry, and many industrial uses. As you know, with the solar panels right now, big thing. On the other hand, gold is expensive, yet it is much more used as a store of wealth, and it is a nice way to diversify your portfolio. They definitely use gold much more in investments than they do silver, but silver is gold's cousin. Now, in my conversation with her, I explained gold and silver have never gone bankrupt, as many companies in the stock market have. So you have solid protection. It is insurance, and it has been money for thousands of years. Yes, by far, investors worldwide invest in gold to have some of the risk dissipated from their usual investments, including real estate. Because even real estate has gone to zero. Think about places with man-made disasters or natural disasters. Those who bought land in those areas lost all of their real estate value. Also, what about wars and changes in governments? For many of these things, they affect real estate prices. Now, don't get me wrong. I own real estate and it is part of my financial portfolio. You can make a lot of money with real estate. And in this video, I'm just pointing out some reasons why real estate is different from silver and gold, and diversifying in precious metals can be just as beneficial. One of the biggest points I mentioned earlier is that it's a lot less expensive than real estate. The starting point for some who want to begin their journey to wealth. While real estate has some setbacks, look at these few articles in Investopedia about condemnation of real estate and the impacts of natural disasters. But I also found on bobvilla.com, and it stated there that Go Banking Rates list of communities that have experienced pronounced drop in home prices is Peoria, Illinois, where as many as 21% of homeowners are underwater or upside down in their mortgages, meaning they owe more on their mortgages than their homes are now worth. In addition, the median price of a listed home today is $124,450, which is down 15.9% from 2 years ago. Approximately 1 out of every 932 homes in Peoria enters foreclosure. Now, I have to say this does not happen with precious metals. And these are just some issues that you can experience with real estate. I just got to give you one more article, and this is from Family Handyman website. It says there, studies show that living close to certain businesses or facilities can drag down property values. Being in close proximity to the following are associated with drops in property value. Look at this: a bad school, 22%, strip club, 14%, homeless shelter, 12%, cemetery, 12%, funeral home, 6%, power plant, 5%, shooting range, 3%, hospital, 3.2%. Also, would you buy residential real estate if you knew it was next to a toxic chemical plant? I'm just saying. Now, people do find ways to make money, so don't get me wrong. You might make some money selling property next to a toxic chemical plant. Now, on to the precious metals. Precious metals are portable. They are money around the world, and they are recognized and valued by central banks, countries, individuals, and companies. If you're in a place where the value of real estate has crashed, you're just stuck with that property. Yet precious metals have the same price all over the world. If gold is at $2,000 in the US, it is $2,000 in the UK, in China, in Brazil, or any country that trades gold or silver. Same prices all over the world. You can't take real estate with you. Gold and silver you can. My takeaway on this, real estate, the stock market, precious metals, is that they all have their roles in a financial portfolio. Gold and silver pop up and drop down just like every other market. I hope I gave you something interesting to ponder today. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree with what I said? Do you have something to add? Did I miss something important? I do want to thank you for watching Cash and Coins. please consider liking, share, subscribe. And as I always say, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next video.